Hello everyone, my name is Anastasia and I'm your TOK teacher. Let's look at the new titles 2026. In the production of knowledge, doesn't matter that observation is an essential but flawed tool, discussed with reference to the natural sciences and one other area of knowledge. To what extent do you agree that doubt is central to the pursuit of knowledge? Answer with reference to two areas of knowledge. Is the power of knowledge determined by the way in which the knowledge is conveyed? Discussed with reference to mathematics and one other area of knowledge. In the acquisition of knowledge, can we only understand something to the extent that we understand its context? Discussed with reference to two areas of knowledge. To what extent do you agree with the claim that all things are numbers? Answer with reference to the arts and the human sciences. To what extent is interpretation a reliable tool in the production of knowledge? Answer with reference to history and one other area of knowledge. We have 5 areas of knowledge in TOK. How to structure your TOK essay. But first of all, let's look at the instructions. Your theory of knowledge essay must be written on one of the 6 essay titles questions provided overly. Some students, they choose the questions from last year's. No, the list of questions is here. You should choose one of those questions. These essay titles take the form of knowledge questions that are focused on the areas of knowledge. We have 5 of them. You may choose one. You may choose any of the title, but I recommend to make your choice in consultation with your teacher. Your essay will be marked according to the assessment instrument published in the Theory of Knowledge Guide. Open it, page 48, in the guide itself. Examiners will be looking to see that you have provided a clear, coherent, and critical exploration of your chosen title. Examiners will mark your essay against the title as set. It's very important that you respond to the title exactly as given and don't alter the title in any way. Please don't change the titles. Don't erase the second part of it. You have to have discussed with reference to. Don't change. Don't add the area of knowledge. You have to mention the second area of knowledge if it wasn't given in your introduction, but don't change anything in the title, please. Please note that any quotation that appear in the titles are not necessarily authentic. They will present a real point of view, but may not be direct quotations. Your theory of knowledge essay must be submitted to a teacher for authentication. Any external sources used by knowledge and should be cited according to a recognized convention. Your theory of knowledge essay should be written in standard size 12 font and be double spaced. It must be a maximum of 1,600 words. These are the instructions for you. Again, if you go to the page 48 in the TOK Essay guide itself, you will find the explanation. Or imagine you want to get 9 or 10. I hope so. The discussion has a sustained focus on the title and is linked effectively to areas of knowledge. Arguments are clear, coherent, and effectively supported by specific examples. The implications of arguments are considered. There is clear awareness of evaluation of different points of view. You have to have insightful, convincing, accomplished, and lucid TOK essay. So you have 1,600 words maximum. You write introduction. Don't forget to state your answer to the prompt. Explain why this or that area of knowledge was chosen, and add your personal quote. Start with personal pronoun. Tell the story of your life, or the quote of someone famous can help you to develop the idea. So introduction part is very important. You have to catch the attention of the examiners. Then you go to the first claim, around 300 words. It consists of knowledge claim, real life example, plus sentence conclusion of this paragraph, as I wrote. Then counterclaim around 300 words. After that, you go to the AOK2, area of knowledge 2, claim around 300 words, knowledge claim, real life example, and conclusion phrase, and the same counterclaim, and then conclusion around 200 words. This is the structure. The structure can be changed. You can start with AOK1, then you can continue with AOK2, then again come back to AOK1, and then AOK2. So you will start with claim, so in favor, yes, of your point of view from the first area of knowledge, then the claim in favor from the second area of knowledge, and then counterclaim and counterclaim. But I prefer this way. So if your structure is organized this way, um, I think it's more comfortable. So the examiner will see everything, and it's the traditional structure, so it won't be confusing. I really recommend this way, but you can change, as I said to you, start with AOK1, AOK2, AOK1, AOK2, but it's more complicated, in my opinion. Okay. So now let's look at the theory of knowledge reflection space. So you need to write 3 reflections, and then the RPPF form will be sent to IB by your TOK teacher. So let me show it to you. a really good example. Just a second. If you have any questions, any doubts, you always can ask me during the class or after class, after all the classes, or you can send me an email and I will help you as well. But please watch this video if you have any doubts. Maybe this video will help you to answer them. So this is the TOK PPF form. You have to use manage back in order me to export this file. Here is the prescribed title, and then you have to write three reflections. First interaction with the teacher is after you decided which TOK title you're going to use. So you unpacked it, and now you are writing. After unpacking the titles of the TOK essay, I had several ideas on how to answer them. With some reflection, I decided to work on Title 2 relating to the arts required by the question and the nature science. I plan on referring to the topics of religion and how it's portrayed in paintings, as well as how science and new theories tend to go against the religious knowledge about the world. However, even in the natural sciences, several hypotheses and proven wrong, leading in the development of new and improved knowledge account to claim in this AOK. So this is a good reflection. Here in the first reflection, you need to explain which title you decided to work with, why, the reasoning, and there is some knowledge you're thinking about. Then the second interaction will be written after your outline. So all these interactions have to be made with me during the class. All of you have to have the first reflection, the second reflection, the third reflection. They are based on our interaction. So with me, I will invite one by one. While planning my essay, I reflected on the AOKs I chose. In the arts, I realized the relation to my Portuguese essay, considering opposing views of Romanticism and Realism in Brazilian literature. It was challenging to think of examples where knowledge in this area isn't fragile. For Jack. I now believe that reflecting on paradigm of language might lead to better understand this area and change my perspective. In the natural science, my initial opinions were maintained. Studied generally challenge word knowledge, leading to new knowledge. I intend to discuss this statement, different theories possible involving my extended essay on ESS. So here, basically, in the second interaction, you should write about the real life examples you are thinking. The third interaction is when everything is done. You got my feedback and you're satisfied or not satisfied with your TOKS. After delivering the TOKS, I was extremely satisfied with the result. To me, it was interesting working on paper based on personal experience and exams, especially considering my change in perspective, leading me to believe that knowledge can be improved, but not necessarily proven wrong. I understood how my other AB papers can be related to TOK, just like other famous experiments and previous knowledge that are a huge part of our daily lives. Not just the TOK essay, but the entire TOK course opened my eyes to new thoughts about daily experience and the world around me. Perfect. Thank you so much. And here's the teacher's comment, mine. In this case, this essay demonstrated deep and insightful engagement with the prescribed title. The student developed strong, well-reasoned arguments supported by carefully chosen and relevant real-life examples. There is an excellent balance between claims and counterclaims with a clear evaluation of perspective. The structure is logical, ensuring clarity and progression of ideas. The analysis is nuanced, showing a sophisticated understanding of TOK concepts. Please don't forget to use your TOK concepts, not necessarily to use all of them, but please use TOK concepts, use them properly, and please write 3 reflections. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please ask me. Have a nice day.